And by the way, all those groups, those folks are all still very much active.
Yes.
They have had a lot of impact.
Yes.
I believe the women's organizations probably, I don't know why this would be, but they just seem to made their point in a way that is more valuable to the general cause.
Well, as a feminist, I believe that we have an important voice, and we have a different voice, and we have a different style of negotiating, perhaps, to bring to the negotiating table. So I think that women play a really important role, and one that we can't ignore, and that it's really important for women to speak out, make their voices heard.
Mm-hmm. There's been talk of there might even be boats going. I heard of one from Lebanon, which was going to be all women. Is that right? And one from Europe.
I did hear about that.
I heard there was going to be also a possible boat from Europe of Jewish women. I don't know if you've heard that.
Yes. And I'm just waiting now to get a final answer, or at least a current answer on what countries they expect to be part this flotilla. United States is really close to making their goal to have a U.S. boat, and that's pretty exciting for us. And so, I hope that I can say how close we are to paying for our boat. I don't know if I've mentioned, but we need $300,000 to see a boat in the water.
Well,
so that's pretty doable for a whole country of Canada.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think it could be done.
I 100% believe it can be done, but I have to remind people that it's done by reaching into your pockets. And also, our organization, Canadian Boat to Gaza, at CanadaBoatGaza.org, is a group of people across the country. We are in so many cities, every province across the country. And it's not just one organization. We come from all different organizations, and we have union members and.
Yes, I interrupt. I just realized it was CUP W, the postal workers, where I first heard of this.
Yes. Yes. And, now that the Canadian Postal Service has said they will no longer bring mail to Gaza. Can you believe this?
Incredible.
So yes. We've agreed to bring postcards and greetings to on our boat.
Yeah, well, how else are they going to get the mail from here if Canadians don't take it over there?
But how much more can Gaza suffer? How much more can we expect people to take? When Gaza was supposedly handed to the Palestinians, I was there in 2005. There was never a moment when they actually were free, when they could travel, when they had the rights over their water or their airspace or their borders. But 2005, and now we're approaching the end of 2010. So how much more can they take? From the horrible massacre in, beginning of 2009, that destroyed all those homes and all those buildings and all their industry. And, I went there 2 times and saw how they're forced to live now and how can they rebuild when nothing can get in. And these ridiculous rumors that, now the siege is easier or the blockade is lifting and new things can get in. It's not true. So a couple of more trucks get in. Do you think this is going to rebuild the area? No.
No.
So I am just saying this is the way that we can do it.
Absolutely.
We'll send a ship and we'll have a party first. Yeah.
That's a good cue for me to say. It's going to be on Saturday, September 25th, 7 p.m. from 739 Queens Quay. But Sandra's saying you better get your tickets by the end of this week, preferably. And so there'll be you get your boarding pass, and there'll be a dinner, and there'll be entertainment. And tickets start at $75. They're available from Sandra at 416-716-4010, And Beit Zatoun, it's 647-726-9500. And the women's bookstore, 416-922-8744. My partner here, Phil Conlon, read the address a moment ago of Beit Zatoun. Maybe you got that street number.
612 Markham Street.
612 Markham. This is really a real test for Canada, and I think people are going to step up. It's Sandra, we got to congratulate you on all this work, but we really look forward to this. It's going to be one of the great stories in contemporary Canadian history. Is that if we get a Canadian boat that goes becomes part of the flotilla that goes to help the people of Gaza.
Phil, can I also mention
Please
people
do.
who can't come on the on our dinner cruise? More than welcome to just go to our website, CanadaBoatGaza.org, and you can easily make a donation right there.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody's got 300,000, they can do it today. Canada Boat Gaza, and give what you can.
We'll take $10.
Take
we'll
10,
take
take $10,000.
$1,000.
I think you'll get some of each. And again, thank you very much. It's been great. We're going to, of course, follow this. This is one of the most important stories for every Canadian. So we were all inspired, by the way, those Canadians who went. I'll bet they're all pitching in to help this be a success.
Yes, they
once you're
are.
in there and-
They are, and they're all on our committee, and everybody's working hard.
Yeah. Well, Sandra Ruch, thank you very, very much.
Okay, thank you, Phil.
Okay.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. Sandra Ruch, and again, it is Canada Boat Gaza, CanadaBoatGaza.org, and get yourself a ticket, and because it's going to be a nice cruise on September 25th, 7 o'clock, from 539 Queens Quay West. That's west of Spadina and adjacent to Harborfront, and that's. But it's important to get your ticket ahead of time, and please do that starting right now. There will be dinner and entertainment, and we read some of the menu, pretty good. And the tickets start at $75, and you can call Sandra 416-716-4010, and Beit Zatoun 647-726-9500, and Women's Bookstore 416-922-8744. This is good for them.
This is exciting. The postal aspect of it is very interesting. There's an international treaty about delivering mail. And Israel, this is another Israeli violation, by the way, because they decided, well, we're just not going to deliver any mail to Gaza, even though Israel is a signatory to that treaty, and you don't have a right to deny people that are under your jurisdiction or people under your control the right to mail services. That's a universal right.
That's your responsibility.
That's right.
You're supposed to see to it. In wartime, that's always a touchy issue. The soldiers, anybody held has to get their mail. And I assume the Red Cross is on this one. But Stephen
Harper's been very helpful. He's got his buddies in the post
sounds
office
like
deciding they're going to cut them off.
He's aiding and abetting a blockade.
That's right.
Which he's treating as legal. It's not legal, that blockade. No, this is it is just a tremendous display of conscience and solidarity that this was being organized. I'm going to keep repeating it. It's a Toronto fundraising event to send a Canadian boat to Gaza. They have to raise $300,000, and based on the reaction I was reading in the papers, seeing people talk to on the street, it can be done. And just go to Canada Boat Gaza. I'll say it quicker. CanadaBoatGaza.org, and just make a contribution towards the overall effort, and or get yourself a ticket and attend that.